you do it, you're going to have a good time, and you want to have a good time, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So just watch me first. I'm going to demo what I want you to do, then I'll get you to do it after, if that's okay.
Okay.
So in a moment, not just yet, Mike, but in a moment, I'll get you to hold out your arms like so. I'm going to get you to rub your hands together like you're trying to start a fire. Then I'm going to get you to interlock your fingers nice and tight, like you're trying to crush a piece of coal. Then I'm going to get you to bend your elbows like you're making a desperate prayer. You might want to make one while you're there. Then I'm going to ask that you stick up your index fingers, your pointy fingers like so. At some point, I'll count from 1 to 3. Then I'll ask that you open up your fingers about an inch and you focus only on the gap in between and nowhere else. I'll then snap my fingers and I want you to allow your fingers to come together all by themselves. Just watch it, don't fight it. Cool?
Cool.
Awesome, pretty simple, right?
All right.
So arms out for me, Mike. Rub your hands together like you're trying to start a fire really vigorously. Let that hypnosis come up your fingers. Keep rubbing them for me. Yeah, let that hypnosis come up your fingers, all the way up your arms, up to your shoulders. Interlock your fingers nice and tight, like trying to crush a piece of coal. Bend your elbows. Stick up your index fingers, keep them touching. From now on, Mike, I just want you to look at your fingers and nowhere else. In a moment, I'll count from 1 to 3, and I'll simply ask that you open up your fingers about an inch. I'll snap my fingers. I want you to allow your fingers to come together all by themselves. Watch it, don't fight it. Open up your fingers about 1, 2, 3, about an inch. Look at the gap in between nowhere else, because as they come all the way together now, you can just let them touch all by themselves. That's right. And as you keep focusing on those fingers, Mike, and nowhere else, focus on those fingers inside this experience. I'm going to touch you on your right shoulder now. You're safe and you're secure. Close your eyes for me. And as you continue to focus on those fingers right now, knowing you're safe and secure, I want you to think of the person you love, cherish most in this world. Get a picture of them, perhaps hear their voice, and start to feel that feeling of love inside. That's right, and as you focus on that person or people you love most in the world, let that love grow and let that love stick to you, glue to you. And as you think about that love you have for that person now, just allow that love to become stuck between your fingers now, as your fingers and fingertips temporarily become more stuck inside this experience of love right now. When you're sure that you're thinking of that love and you feel it, it's absolute peak. Allowing your fingers to become stuck inside this experience of stuck right now. Go ahead and try and unstick your fingers. Find they become more stuck inside this experience as you continue to focus on that person you love the most. Realizing this, because as you continue to focus on how much you love them, notice that bond just gets stuck even more. So even if you try to break that bond in your fingers, they become more stuck as you find that person you love most. And you're trying, aren't you? Mm-hmm. And you realize the more you try, they just won't become unstuck because those fingers and that love is there. And realize in a moment I'll take my hand off your shoulder, you'll still have that beautiful love inside for people, yet at the same time those fingers will become unstuck and will be internalized inside. 1, 2, 3. How did that feel for you?
Pretty cool.
It's kind of weird, right?
Yeah,
and you did try to open your fingers, right?
Yeah, I did.
Can I try one more finger for you?
Yeah.
Are you right or left-handed?
Right.
Lovely. Can I borrow your hand right here? And Mike, what I want you to do is just go ahead and find a spot to put your hand down there. Now focus on a spot somewhere on the back of your hand. Look nowhere else, Mike. Just focus on a spot and keep your eyes on that spot right now. And what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and imagine, pretend, to simply make believe, Mike, that you were sticking your fingers and your palm to that table. That table is sticking to the palm of your hand right now. And inside this experience of stuck now, just go ahead and use your powers of imagination, focus and intelligence to simply now allow that hand to stick to that table to stick into your hand, inside that experience of stuck now. And as you continue to focus on that hand, just let that stuckness go from your fingers to the table, from your palm to the table. As you keep looking down here, Mike, inside this experience of stuck there. That's right. If I were to ask you what feels more stuck now, your fingers or your palm, what might you say, Mike? Fingers or palm?
I think my fingers.
Your fingers do feel more stuck. Notice what happens now as I clap my hands. Now that same stuckness can go into your palm. So those fingers and palm and fingers can become stuck onto this table right now. And inside this experience of stuck now, this experience of stuck now, go ahead and try and unstick your hand. Find it becomes more stuck inside this experience of stuck now. And you're trying, aren't you?
Yeah.
As you keep looking down. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very weird.
And just go ahead and close your eyes now. You're safe, you're secure. And as you stay stuck inside this experience, I know that there's perhaps a goal that you've wanted, an action plan you've wanted to stick inside. Perhaps it's hosting your own podcast. Perhaps it's about putting these tools that you've learned over the last 2 days into practice, but you need to stick it into your psychology so you know it becomes stuck. So no matter what happens, you implement these strategies you've learned to be the ultimate mic, to be the ultimate success, and spread that word. Spread your unique message to everyone around you, helping them and helping you for your life's purpose. And when you've internalized that, and that alone deep inside, in a moment I'll count from 1 to 3. You'll be able to open your eyes. You'll be able to unstick that hand. Yet that stuckness of these wonderful tools and your message will be stuck inside, ready for you to implement easily and effortlessly in a way that feels right for you. 1, becoming aware of the sounds around you other than the sound of my voice. 2, taking a nice big deep breath in of love, energy, freedom and action. And breathing out all that crap and stuckness that you no longer want to need in a bad way, but keeping the positive stuckness inside. When your unconscious mind has written that new piece of brain software, like a computer program, like an iOS on your computer, being an Apple man right now, as that new iOS upgrades in your brain right now with the new operating software to enable you to use these tools in your life and be totally successful and happy, then and only then, 3, open your eyes. Realise you can move your hand and realise this round of applause is for you. Woo! Woo! Good job, buddy. Kind of a weird experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know. Cool.
I gotta get Luke to come
That's a little bit